Hello and welcome to Crypto Weeklies. In this video, we analyze BitTensor and its token TAO. None of the content is an financial advice. Let's get started. This is the homepage of the website cryptoweeklies.com. That's where all of our insights and forecasts are hosted. This website is personally maintained by me and it updates every day based on the recent price action. So if you want to check what's the analysis pertaining to BitTensor, you can find all of the charts pertaining to that crypto on this table. Let's start with the time weighted average price for BitTensor. The price is currently close to this blue line, which is the time weighted average price. Historically speaking, whenever the price is close enough to this blue line, that's when not financial advice, but that's when there are great buying opportunities. Right now the time weighted average price is $300. The current price is $390. Not too long ago, towards the end of month of September, the price was lower than the time weighted average price. If we were to look at the current price and how price of BitTensor compares with other such major cryptos, you can check out the indicators over here. Under the Heatmap indicator, you would find that the price of BitTensor has increased by about 13% over the last 24 hours, and over the last 7 days up by about 22%. It's the leader of the pack, where TAO has gone up with time over the last 7 days, more than any of its peers. This current price bump takes TAO by coin market cap rank 34th. Out of the top 100 cryptos by market cap. You can see over the last 7 days there was a surge in price. Not too long ago the price was at around low 300s. Now it's at around close to $400. So if we were to look for any major analysis related to BitTensor, the regression based interpretation of what the fair value is, again we'll just ignore the first data point when the token was launched. This is the regression based model. Again, the fair value for BitTensor and TAO for this polynomial regression based model is at around $482, so about $90 higher than the current price. So that means TAO is currently undervalued. If we were to look at some major bullish events, and if the prices were to go back to the 2 standard deviation residual drawn from this fair value, the peak forecasted is at around $875 per that model. Again, if you were to extrapolate this regression line, let's say 3-4 months out, towards the end of November, early December, the fair value for TAO, if all of these price stay in a consistent upswing, could be somewhere between $900 and $1,000. So that could be an interesting target to look as the bull market of 2025 concludes. The last but not the least is the 20-week simple moving average price based risk. Right now that risk is at around 0.35. If that were to go to in the intermediate zone between 0.6 and 0.7, the short term peak for TAO in that environment would be between $620 and $665. Per this model, the max permissible bull run ceiling for TAO is at around $800 as it stands, as the 20-week simple moving average based risk stands currently. This is more of a medium term target for TAO if the bull market were to continue. All in all, if we were to look for any major estimation of bull targets, all of them are available over here, not just for TAO, BitTensor and TAO, but most cryptos. Again, this is how 3 targets are calculated based on their individual time weighted average price risk, simple moving average risk, and regression risk, weighted heavily towards regression risk if the risk levels are, let's say for regression risk more than 20%. The mix is 50% of this weighted risk comes from regression risk, 30% from time weighted average price, which are short to medium term to long term risk based analyzers, and SMA risk is about 20%. So in case of the base case or the conservative peak estimate, if there is no major euphoria in towards the end of the year, and if the market stays generally bullish in the next 3 months, the price ceiling for, estimated by this risk reward model is at around $650 plus or minus $10. The bull run or the euphoria case for TAO is at around $1,000 if, let's say, all of these model goes to 0.9 risk instead of 0.3 risk. All the moon boy peak, if everything goes not just to the highest risk band, but takes not just the price and the individual risk, but also kind of refactors those risk level as the price stays in a euphoria or blow off top zone for many weeks to months. In that case, the max permissible moon boy peak, the 3 standard deviation peak, is $1,600. So without major euphoria, the target around 650, with months of euphoria at around $1,000, and again moon boy peak target for TAO at around $1,600. With the current price at roughly $400, that represents the moon boy target represents about a 4x from here. The euphoria case represents, the bull case represents 2.75x from here, and base case at around about 70% higher than the current price. With that, I would like to conclude the video. Hope you enjoyed the content. If you did, please give a like and subscribe, and check out all of these charts on cryptoweeklies.com, link on the bottom of your screen. All of them are available for free. They are developed using machine learning models, such as what's the current sentiment using the news TLDR, where is Bitcoin and ETH doing on their own 20-week risk journey, what's the year-to-date ROI for major cryptos, what's the bull market completion as it relates to top 100 cryptos on their composite risk score, what are some of the popular narratives in the market, and what are some of the higher performing cryptos in the asset class. Hope you have a nice day. Bye.